1st of February today, guys. We've been here a couple of days now, mulling over what we can do, really. Yeah, I didn't realise there was a pub here. It turns out they rent rooms as well. They've only got a couple of rooms, but yeah, I just want to show you. No wonder why we didn't see it. There she be. But yeah, well, let's go to the farm. I think there's a little bit of work we could maybe do on this farm just today. I think we'll go back the next day or two. Yeah, we're not going to be here forever. You know, someone is currently looking after the farm over in Ireland, and I've done a little bit of research, and it's basically about £500 to bring each vehicle over, not including shipping, like import fees, but we do have to pay VAT on top of the import fees as well. So that's 20% of the value. You know, this truck's, it's only a 2017 model, do you know what I mean? This truck's still worth quite a bit of money, and 20% on top, kind of, I don't know, it's a fair whack, do you know what I mean? But we've been here a couple of days. He's paid us like normal, just, you know, because he knows he's put a bit of a serious thing for us to think about, and but he's paid us as normal, even though we've technically had a few days off. He's paid for me to stay at the pub. I said about £25 a night, I think they said it was. Included a breakfast as well, so that was pretty good. I haven't literally paid for anything while I've been here, so we've really got to kind of make an idea of and make a plan of what we want to do. I'm still I can come, I can stay. Doesn't, you know what I mean? I suppose it's not like I've got a house over there. All I've got really is some belongings and my car and my tractor, basically. Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's been a long couple of days to work out what we're gonna do. I'm still trying to learn my way around this place a little bit. It's quite a maze when you don't really know. Jeez, this is a hell of a thing. But I know this field over here needs cutting at some point, so I suppose it's time just to go and have a chat with him, really, because I need to go back. I need to know what I'm going to be able to get for my vehicles, basically. Trying to park out of the way as well on the farm. Yeah, I think down here should be pretty good. I can park just kind of on the grass towards the bush. Yeah, the information that I found, it's about £500 import fee, plus we've got to pay VAT on the vehicle. The tractor's, my Ford's not technically roadworthy, so I don't know what that might just be the import fee because it's classed as agricultural. So yeah, maybe that's not going to be quite as much, but the car's definitely 20% now. 20% on 15 grand is, you know, it's quite a lot of money. If I just pull out my phone, you know, you're talking 20. So what we're talking £15,000, and then you're talking a 20% in. You're talking 3 grand. Now I know he said he would cover that fee. But if the tractor needs to come over as well, 20%, that's going to be about 200 or 300 quid to import over. But it's the hassle of it as well, and yeah, it's something we need to proper have a discussion about. Yeah, if there's a little job I could do with just getting in a field, because my mind's just, it's just, what is it? Let's give him a knock. You alright, Jeff?
Oh, you alright, mate? How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Is there any work to do around the farm? Because I could do with getting in a field really, or doing something. I've been thinking about this thing. I've been getting some ideas. From what I've gathered, it's like there's a £500 like import fee, like paperwork, things like that. I've then got to register the car, the tractors for the DVLA. Tractor might be a little bit of a different story though, due to the fact that it's not technically roadworthy, but then that leaves me with the issue is it would be stuck in the yard. So I don't think personally that bringing the tractor is a good idea. The car though is a £3,000 import tax. Basically it's the VAT for coming over to the UK, as well as like shipping fees. Obviously my car's here now, I could technically leave it here, but £500 fee as well, just for bringing it over, as well as the VAT.
Yeah, I know I've kind of been looking into this myself a little bit for some of the machinery. Some of the machinery from the other farm is gonna have to come over. I've been trying to find people who are interested in the farm. We've had a couple of little conversations with a few people, and up to now it's more a case of negotiating price. They don't want to pay what I want, but you know, we've just built a new shed over there. You know, things like that. We have just done some really good upgrades.
Yeah, well that's true. I was going to say about that because you've only just done some of them upgrades to the farm.
Yeah, but you know, farm over in England is you know, it's going to be worth a lot more money, to be honest. And if we can get this one sorted and get some more cows in, and we can expand this one, you know, I think it's going to be a better long haul.
Like I say, I've had like a day or two now. I do appreciate you putting me up and paying the bills down at the pub. It's a lovely place, mate. The pints are not badly priced either for a little village, and yeah, really nice staff down there. Looked after me really well. But yeah, I was thinking of going down to the shop, to be honest, and just having a look what tractor they've got down there, and I don't know, just seeing what maybe I could get price wise over here. You never know. And I know it's about a £1,500 price over in Ireland, so if we can get an idea of what the price is over here, you know, it might be worth bringing the tractor over just to sell it here. I'm not really sure. You said you'd help me out with like maybe getting a replacement or something, so I don't, you know, you got any more details on that? Because I'm not trying to pester her out, I'm just, yeah, this is a big decision, mate, and you know, it's been a difficult one.
Right, well, yeah, my plan was, I'll pay like your fees to bring any of your equipment over. I'll pay you to like shift up over here. I'll give £1,500 a month to work on this farm, so that's going to be like another pay increase for you. Then tractor wise, I'll give you £5,000 for basically coming over as like a moving bonus, so like call that like a tractor fund. So whatever money you've got, I'll give you £5,000. That should help get you a tractor or get you something, or at least, you know, maybe get an upgrade or something covering what you've got now. That's kind of what I was thinking. I haven't arranged anything like house-wise or anywhere for you to stay other than the pub for now, just because you haven't decided. So I haven't really looked into that side of things yet.
To be honest, mate, the pay rise alone makes it more tempting. So that'd be, what's that? That makes me an extra £300 a month. You give me £5,000 towards a tractor for coming over. So we'll call that like a moving loyalty fee.
Yeah, you could do. You could call it that if you want.
Tell you what, let me go to the shop. Let me know if there's any work to do on the farm, but I'm gonna just run down to the shop. I don't think they're open. I don't know yet. They might be open by the time I get down there. But yeah, let me go and have a look, see what there is. Get some ideas of what I might be able to get for the Ford, and maybe what, you know. Like I said, let me go to the shop and have a look what they've got down there, and kind of go from there. But yeah, let me know when I come back if there's anything to do on the farm, because if there is something to do on the farm, it gives me, to be honest, something to do really. And then I'll look at arranging to go back once I've made a decision.
Yeah, that's fine, Matt. You know, this decision needs to be a decision you want to make. At the end of the day, it is a big decision to make. I'm trying to help as much as I can. You know, I'd like you to stay on working for me, you know.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. Like I said, let me go to the shop, have a look around the tractor, see what they've got, and kind of go from there, really.
Yeah, no worries. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit, my dude. I'll speak to you in a bit. Yeah, it's I know the drive's at the other end of the village, so I think that's maybe the best thing we can do, really. Get an idea of what we can get. I'm sure I was offered 15 grand as a possible trading over in Ireland. That would mean no fees to pay. I know he said he'd pay the fees, but I don't know if I'd want to bring this car over. I'm sure there's plenty of Land Rovers in England, let's be honest. And to be honest, I've always fancied an older Land Rover. I've always fancied the Land Rover Series 2s and Series 3s as well. So I don't know. Let's go and have a look over at the shop and speak to the guys while we're over there. Alright, the dealership is just down here. I'll tell you what, we'll go and park it over here. We'll park it near the entrance. Well, as you can see, it's started to snow. Like we haven't had enough snow over in Ireland. Right, so what we got down here then? Oh, hey, I'll tell you what, we've got a really nice Massey Ferguson 390T. That's really nice. Yeah, that's alright. 4-wheel drive. Not bad. Little Deutsch. Oh, I think there was one of these for sale over in Ireland as well. Over at Bally. 4.78 Deutsch Fahr. Oh, this is the one with the interchangeable items. That's pretty cool. Then we've got a Leyland Synchro 2100. Wow, this is nice. This is proper old school. Yeah, I've got my torch on me. Never go when you're buying and shopping for tractors. Never leave home without a torch, so you can get a real good look at where you need to. Real good look underneath. Looking pretty tidy is that. Right, what we got over here then? Oh, a Renault. A Renault 155.54 turbo. Cool. Wow, that is very orange, to say the least. Yeah, I can't say I've ever really seen one of them properly in the flesh where it's not that bad a nick either, to be honest. The Leyland has got quite a few scratches on. Quite a lot of scratches on it, but yeah, look at the age of this thing. That thing's gonna be. So what's this then? Leyland 2100. So that means it's a 2-wheel drive, hence the 2, and then 100. So that's got 100 brake horsepower. Now, if I remember rightly, the little Deutsch Fahr over in Ballyspring, the 4.7, had about 100 brake horsepower. And the 390T has got a 90 brake horsepower turbo engine. So these are all around about the same horsepower. Now, the 155 turbo, does that mean it's got 155 brake horsepower? Maybe. We've got a big Deutsch Fahr here. I think that's going to be, I don't know. I'm just having a look. See what there is for our budget, really. 8730. Sorry. I can't even read anymore. Let's have a look. These have got really good covers. Look at that. You can covers just slide off of the engine. It's fantastic, is that? And put that cover back on. Yeah, looking really good, to be honest. Yeah, some really nice tractors, to be fair. Really nice tractors. Yeah, that's I suppose all I can do. I've got some details. I know what tractor I've got. at home, so I can kind of just go from there. But yeah, if we can get a decent price, you know, might be able to expand the farm Yeah, he's gonna have to buy some of this stuff, isn't he? Oh, here we go. Look, a second-hand Lexian 440 harvester. Nice. For me, this is just the best way to try and figure out what we're gonna do in life. It's a big decision we really need to make, and I kind of want to move over. It's nice. Old, really good nick that. Looks like that's old stock. We'll go over here. Brand new Kubotas. What we got here then? The M6, the M7, and the M8. Wow, they're literally a pipe dream. Absolutely. But yeah, we'll have a little wander over to the shop and go from there. Really. Deutsch Smart. That's pretty cool. Is that? We're going. Oh, little Merlot, little baby. Yeah, he says some of our equipment's going to come over. So yeah, I'm really torn at the moment. Like I say, I've got really good points for staying where we are. Like we have. Well, the problem is, if we stay where in Ireland, we don't technically have anywhere to live, and we might not have a job because he said he'd try and work something and help me to go work with Jack, but Jack was struggling. That's a baby one, isn't it? A John Deere 90. Little Bobcat's nice though. I like the little Bobcat, to be honest. Right, let me go and what we got down here? Is this for sale? I'm not really sure if we can. It's unlocked. I might ask about that. I don't know if I've just entered someone's house. Let me ask about that. You know what? I might. Can we live in a caravan for a little bit? I don't want to. I'm just wondering if move over. Wow, that's seen better days. Right, yeah, I'm getting distracted now. Let me go and have a word. Let me go and chat to the guy. See if they do trading. See what they might give me for hours. No, thank you very much for your help. The information's greatly received. Right, here we go, guys. I've got some. That took a while. Right, we're gonna go and discuss what we're gonna do. So let's have a look. We've got the 390T is £8,000. £8,000 because it's got quite high. It's done a lot. It's got a lot of work hours on the clock. Obviously the bodywork's scratched up. It comes with it comes with like a month warranty, basically. Just like kind of like drive away guarantee, so to speak. So yeah, so that was that £8,000. The Deutz-Fahr, he said, by the way, that's 92 brake horsepower. The Deutz-Fahr is £9,000. It's fully interchangeable. It's got all the mod cons on it. I say mod cons like farming side. So quick release. Everything's quick release on it, so things can easily be removed. So it holds its value. This has, like I said, 100 brake horsepower. Comes with all tyre options as well. So he says in the garage there is some narrows, some wides. Obviously the defaults are on, so that's good to know. The Leyland is the cheapest of them all. It is a Leyland 2100. It is 100 brake horsepower, like I said, 2-wheel drive, hence the 2, and then 100 because it's got 100 brake horsepower. This is only £6,000. Which I think is actually a really, really good deal. Don't get me wrong, the Deutz-Fahr comes with the options for front loader. But yeah, I do really, really like the Leyland, to be honest. It's a really, really nice looking machine. Right, the Renault, he said, is £13,000. It comes with 145 brake horsepower. It's one of the lowest work hours of all these. This is all they've got for second hand at the moment. Again, comes with the default tires, and they do have a set of narrow tires over in the storage. So that's not too bad. Not in that bad a nick either, to be honest, paint wise, but that's probably another reason why it's holding its value. Now, the Deutschfahr here, let me have a look. Where did he write that one down? He didn't give me the information for the Deutschfahr, this big one. Okay, I'll need to go back and speak to him. I think that's going to be out my price range. To be fair with you, I said like, you know, 10 grand really. What's around your 10 mark? And obviously he's put a couple under the 10 mark, and he's put a couple over. So yeah, he didn't give me the price for this. Maybe it's just too much. But if anything, I would expect that to be, well, if that's 13 grand, I'm going to expect this to be more, a hell of a lot more. Because, well, look, 6.71. It's got a really good brake horsepower probably. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Front attachment on it, it's hardly scratched. You know what I mean? It's the best nicked one of them all. So yeah, that's probably why he didn't give me the details. Right, the Ford is also £13,000. It's got 140 brake horsepower. Doesn't come with any other tyre options, but they can get hold of them if needed. Got front weight on the front, technically behind the PTO there. See the shaft just down there for the front PTO. Yeah, but he said this has been a really good tractor previously, so he said I can get him in a mall. He says they should all be unlocked. Yeah, he does look really nice, does the Ford. 13 noise. Well, I'll get onto the reason we're talking budgets in a minute. But yeah, let's just have a little look at the interiors. I didn't know they were open, otherwise we'd have done this before we went in. But yeah, he's already told me... Oh, there's a radio. He's already told me they won't buy the Land Rover off me. They basically don't want to be stuck with a 20% VAT bill for it. For importing it. So they've told me they wouldn't take that. Now the Ford, they agreed they would give me £1,200. I say agreed. They said they would give me £1,200. Now I know that Jack knew a guy for scrap for £1,500. Now I've put £100 into that already. I'll tell you what. Oh, listen to that. They all come with 30-day warranty, drive away warranty, as they call it, in there. So I like this because of the nose. This would be really nice for front loader work. You know what I mean? It's... Let's have a look behind there. I love the seat on this as well. And there's a passenger seat. I didn't even realise. Didn't even realise there was a passenger seat. I gotta be honest though, that Leyland sounds beautiful. Proper old school tractor. Right, let's have a look at this one. Nice. Oh, that comes... He never said that, and I've never noticed it till just now. That also comes with a front loader attachment. None of them come with a front loader though. Just the... Yeah, so that's already on the chassis as well. That's actually really good to know that. Yeah, so I suppose the decision is £1,200 if we bring the Ford over. If I bring it over and import, there's a £200 import fee just from the VAT. If we called it, even if it's £1,000, 20% VAT would be £200. So we're looking at least, but we'll call it £1,500. So you're talking, what's that, 350, 300-ish quid VAT on top, so yeah, we wouldn't make anything selling the Ford over here. So if we bring the Ford over, we'd have to keep it. So yeah, this is quite a, you know, I never started the cat. I never started this one. Ooh, you hear that? Oh, wow. Right. So we've started them all up. To be honest with you guys, I like the Ford. It's got 140 brake horsepower. 13 grand though, and we're going to get into the budget in a minute. The Renault, again, budget. So let me tell you what I've got. I've got £6,000 in savings. Because obviously we're now in February. I got paid at the end of the month. So I've got £6,000. Now he did say he would give me £5,000 for moving over. That gives me basically 11 grand. Which basically puts me in the price range of the 390T, the Deutz-Fahr Agrostar, or the Leyland. If we buy the Leyland, I'd have 5. Well, basically, I've got enough to buy the Leyland now. And when we move over, we'd have 5 grand in the bank again, but we'd have nothing till we move. Although I'm sure if I said, yeah, look, I'll come with you, he'll give me the money straight away. The Deutz-Fahr, we wouldn't have the money till we actually came over, because 9 grand. And then we've got the Massey Ferguson 390T, which we're 2 grand short of at the moment. But don't forget, we've got money to make. So we've got 6 grand. 5 grand to come if we come over to England, and then we've got the possibility of selling the Ford, and I need to sell the Land Rover. But whatever we sell the Land Rover for, I need to buy a car. I don't want to be driving anywhere. In a tractor, basically. So yeah, these are what I need to discuss now with. Do you know what? I think we do it. I do. I think those tractors would give me... Now, our Ford is 115 brake horsepower. So, we would lose a little bit of power. I keep going to get in the passenger side. We would lose a bit of power. If over those 3. If we sold the Ford... we might have enough for the Renault and the Ford. To be honest with you guys, I don't know about you, but I am really thinking the Leyland or the Deutz-Fahr. Now the 390T is a really nice tractor, but it has done the most graft of them all, which is why it's kind of priced at kind of like the mid-range one. The Deutz-Fahr was basically a front-loaded tractor, I'm going to presume, because it's got a front loader on it, but so's the little 390T. So I'll tell you what, we'll go and give him the good news. We'll come over. But we'll make the move, but I need to spend a little bit of time in Bali. I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to get any work done today in the snow, so there's nothing to be done. It's February anyway. There's not. I was just wondering if it was out to do with like a lime or fertilizer or something. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be. Well, even in this weather, there's nothing we can really get done today. Yeah, let's do it. Let's move over. Let's go and give him the good news. I feel sorry for Jack though. I feel sorry for Jack. Yeah, let's go and give him the good news. We'll move over, but and find out when he could give us that 5, just so we could maybe... I suppose we've got enough to put down on the deposit. Maybe get his input on the tractors, hear what he thinks. It's a drop nose. I got to remember the name of that drop nose. I always forget. Yeah, let's go and see. But I want to try and get some money in the bank so we can try and get a bit of land. You know, our whole plan was to work for someone else, get more experience, and yeah, kind of just build, you know, try and build our own place up, really. I'm starting to remember where everything is. Indicator on, give the car behind me plenty of notice, because this is not the best entrance. Yeah, let's go and give him the news. I'll tell you one thing as well. I might park under the oh, I was just gonna park under there then. Let's park under the shed. I'm sure he won't mind. Yeah, like I said, I value his opinion. If I'm going to move over, I did ask about the caravan as well. They said they would let me know about that. Apparently, it belongs to one of the mechanics in the garage. Apparently, he was doing it up to sell, so we know it's going to be for sale. But I don't really know. Is this really the best time? Maybe if it was, we had some land to put it on. But yeah, I suppose the next question is where would I live? So let's have a chat with Jeff and kind of go from there. Really, I think that's going to be the best thing we can do at the moment. So let's knock on his door. You alright, pal? Yeah, just come back from the shop.
Oh, do you see anything you like?
Yeah. Now, I've got quite a bit of information, and I would appreciate a little bit of input from you. You know, just some advice, see what you think. Kind of go from there, really. Because I've got quite a choice, actually. But I'm going to get the news out of the way first. I'm talking to you about tractors. I'm going to come over. I will follow you here, but I want you to know I obviously, when I can afford it, I want to get a bit of land, and I do want to try and establish myself as a farmer, you know, as well. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean I'm gonna come over and just quit on you when I get one piece of land. Obviously, that's not gonna be how I roll, because obviously, I need to live. You know, I've got bills to pay, things like that. But are you all right with me? Obviously, trying to get land when I can afford it and things like that.
To be honest with you, I can't stop you getting and progressing as a farmer yourself. I appreciate the fact that you're going to come over. I am massively excited about this adventure now, or this next chapter, if you want to call it that. Yeah, if you want to basically get land and things like that, that's fine, as long as you work for me. Then I'll speak to the people at the pub to see if you can stay on there, because it's like bed and breakfast as well.
Well, to be honest, that was something I was going to ask you about, because I'm not putting up with your snoring here. I put up with your snoring long enough over in Ballylake, so I am putting up with listening to your snore.
No, that's fine. I completely understand that. So yeah, we'll do that. I'll speak to them. I'll get a tab. I'll foot the tab while you work for me. It's the least I can do. I agreed I will give you £1,500 a month. I will give you that as a wage. The fields we have over here, there is 3 of them. They are relatively big fields, but one of them has been left it's just a bit of a disaster, to be honest. It's all overgrown. It's not really a field anymore. It's in a right mess. So when we can, you know, we need to get some stuff moved over here to kind of get on, because as you can tell, there's not a lot of equipment here. It was yeah, it's just a mess over here. So if you're game with that, yeah, I appreciate it. I'm a bit lost, man. I'm just so grateful you're gonna come over. You know, we're gonna kind of stick together as a dynamic duo.
Yeah, I like that. The double D's. Who doesn't love a pair of double D's?
Yeah, right. I need to change the subject because otherwise I'm going to be thinking of double diesel for the rest of the day.
Yeah, well, why do you think I said it? Right, well, the input I wanted from you, dude, tractor-wise, I'm just, this snowman, it's dreadful. Right, they've got a Massey Ferguson 390T.
Okay.
They have a Deutz-Fahr 4.71. No, 4.78, sorry. I can't read my own writing. Basically, the guy gave me a load of information. I wrote most of it down in notes.
Right, that's fine. Some pretty good options up to now.
They have a Leyland 2100.
Oh, wow. That is a beast of an old school tractor.
They have a Renault. I can't remember the model number. 5 point something. It's...
Right, okay. Renault.
Then they have a Ford TW. Let me go through the prices with you now. The Massey Ferguson is £8,000, 92 brake horsepower.
That's a bit too cheap. What's wrong with it?
Right, well, the reason why, the paintwork is pretty battered, scratched to hell. They said it's pretty much got the most workhorse hours on it, which I would surprise me actually, considering they're the Leyland. I expected that to have more work hours on, but obviously it's old. It's maybe been, you know, I'll get onto the Leyland in a second. 92 brake horsepower on the Massey Ferguson. The Leyland has £6,000 price tag.
Well, that's not too bad. That's not a bad one. Do you say it was a 2100? So that's going to be a what? Two-wheel drive, 100 brake horsepower.
Yes, basically. I was explaining to the people on my video, you know, that the 2 was for two-wheel drive and the 100 was for 100 brake horsepower. So these are, you know, kind of around the same kind of power. 92 to 100 is not going to be much of a difference.
Nah, to be honest, you probably won't notice the 8 brake horsepower between those two. But remember, you know, the Leyland up to now is the cheapest option.
That's what I'm thinking. Right, then they've got the Deutz-Fahr 4.78 we were talking about. That's £9,000. Obviously, it does seem to be in a better nick than the other two, paint-wise. It also has the quick-release mudguards on it as well, so you know, hence kind of the price. Again, also that Deutz-Fahr is drop nose, 100 brake horsepower.
Ah, right. So if you've got a drop nose, they're really, really good for front-loading work.
Now, there's another thing. The 390T and the Deutz-Fahr both come with front loader brackets installed on them. So all I'd need to do is get, basically at some point, a front loader and then the tools for it.
Right, those are some really good options then. The fact that the 390T is £8,000, it's 92 brake horsepower, so it is the least horsepower out of the three of them. But it's Massey Ferguson. You can't go wrong with a Massey Ferguson. Also, the fact it's got a front loader option.
I tell you what, actually, sorry to interrupt you. It also comes with a front weight on the Massey Ferguson. Obviously, there's no front PTO.
No, right, I can understand that. That's a really good tractor, £8,000. Did you say?
I did, yeah. So £8,000 for the Massey Ferguson, £6,000 for the Leyland, just a Leyland basic tractor, and then £9,000 for the Deutz-Fahr, again with bracket for a front loader.
Honestly, whichever one of those you go for, you won't go wrong. If it was me personally, I would go for maybe the Leyland or the Deutz-Fahr. Now, the Leyland is old school. If you can get that into pretty good nick, you know, I'm not saying use it all day, every day. You know, I know you'll have to, but for example, that will only increase in value. They are getting rarer and rarer. I'm surprised it's only £6,000.
Well, you'll see why it's £6,000 if you saw the paint job.
Right. Yeah.
But painting is something we can do, you know, or something I can do. You know, we can get into a workshop, get it repainted, you know, go from there. It gives us some really, really good options for the Leyland. The Deutz-Fahr, though, I do like the look of the Deutz-Fahr. I do love the drop nose on it. It has got 100 brake horsepower. For me personally, the Deutz-Fahr is the best of the bunch. Now, the reason I wanted some input on it is I can't rate. The only one I can afford right now, I've managed to save about £6,000 working for you up to now, because obviously you've put me up, you've fed me on an evening. You know what I mean? I've had very little to pay out.
Ah, you see, I'm a good guy.
Yeah, you are. And to be honest with you, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to come this way with you. It's getting really dark now, isn't it? With this snow.
Yeah, it's got to be careful. It doesn't lay overnight.
I can't really afford a tractor, unless you said you'd give me $5 for moving over. You said towards a tractor. Obviously, that almost pays for the Leyland. But I spoke to him about the Ford. They would only give me £1,200 for the Ford. Now, I put £100 into the Ford and I paid £1,000. So that means I'd only make £100 on the Ford. Jack said he knew a guy who would offer him $500, and I've done a service since then. So I need to speak to Jack, really. But I want to do that in person. But they won't buy the Land Rover off me. They don't want to have to pay the fee for the import fee.
No, I can understand that. I know they're a business. They don't really technically pay VAT, but it's not like VAT like you're buying something. It's like an import. You know, it's like customs fee.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what he said. I just call it VAT because it's 20%, and that's obviously what VAT is over here. So, yeah, I'd have to shift the Land Rover back in Bali, and I need to shift the Ford. Or at least if I bring the Ford over, I'm not going to make any money on the Ford, really. So I think the Ford needs to go over in Ireland, best I can. If I can get more than 1,200 quid, if I get 1,200 quid over there, I'm not paying a fee, and I've still made £100, and I've used the tractor for a couple of months.
Well, yeah, this is it. This is it. That's a really good way of looking at it. I tell you what, I'll get you sorted to go back. I'll try and get something done with the farm. I don't know how quickly I'm going to be able to sell that farm. I'm paying someone at the moment just to help go in, feed the pigs, thing, you know, basically do your job. But obviously, I don't want to. How can I put it? We need to get some of that equipment over here. We're gonna, whatever we don't have over here is something we need. The front loader can stay over there because we've got a front loader over here on the John Deere. We've got a baler here. We need the muck spreader over here. We need the I'm trying to think. The slurry tanker can stay over there because we can get one of them over here. But yeah, the muck spreader. The reason I want to bring that over is it's not really worth a lot, but it's a really good muck spreader, and I'm not going to get one of them over here. That's for sure.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. You make me a list of what you want bringing over, but you need to arrange all that. I can go back over to Bali. For a little bit, I can get some stuff sorted, but if I'm going to come over, I'd like to try and, because planting season's coming. Am I to plant over there? Am I, you know what I mean? I don't know. Am I going to plant in the fields, or am I just going to leave it hoping you sell it in time?
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll wait till it's better weather over there. Wait till planting season starts. If you can plant something, plant something. If you can't plant something, then don't. Like I said, it can be a new owner's problem. We'll leave the grain for the new owners, and we'll just get some stuff. But yeah, make me a list of what we've got over there, and then I'll arrange it coming over.
No, that's fine, man. Well, I'll go back now. See if you can get me on a ferry tomorrow, man, and we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, I'm just thought you're coming over, my friend. I'm just thought you're coming over, and I will. I'll give you the £5,000. I'll probably sort that tomorrow, and then that way you can be over there. You know what you've got to play with then.
Yeah, that's fine, man. What do you reckon tractor-wise though? Because I need to put a deposit down before I go.
Yeah, let me have a sleep on it. Let me sleep on it, and I'll let you know before you go back. And worst case scenario, I can always use. What if I put this 5 down as a deposit?
Yeah. To be honest with you, yeah. I'll have a think about which one I'm going to use, and then we'll kind of go from there, really. And I'll let you know. And then if you nip down, you put that 5 on. I say I do appreciate you helping me with the move over here, dude. I really do.
Yeah, well, like I say, I want you to come with me, and it's the least I can do. But, you know, come March, April time, you know, we're going to have to get straight into these grass fields because there's no stock on this farm.
Yeah, I did notice, mate. I did notice. I'm going to go, though, because it's getting dark. I want to make my way back to the pub, see if I can get myself an evening meal. But yeah, book me a ferry. I'll go back, and I'll take that 5 off you then, man, and put it down as a deposit. Thank you so much, though, dude, for making the move possible for me. Because without that 5, I couldn't have done it, really.
No, it's fine. Like I say, I don't want to. I want to go in. It's cold. We've been out here for ages now.
Yeah, all right, man. I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, let's get back to the inn. Let's get our stuff, and we'll head back, and then we'll get organised over in Bally Spring, and get prepared for the move, really. But yeah, that is pretty much a plan. Well, we've got a plan to move. Now we need a plan on how we're going to move, what we're going to move, and I suppose when we're going to move. That's the thing. Now this is a right nightmare road to pull out of. Nighttime's a bit easier. They come around that corner like absolute maniacs. Yeah, we're going to go and get our head down, and we'll look forward to getting back to Ireland really soon.